Hey, this is Matt once again with another review for the Rutger Hauer Marathon. I'm not sure how long this review will be for this film. It's called Crossworlds. Imagine a place where all dimensions of the universe collide. Now, this is from Trimark. This is a film that back in the day I saw on cable. Must have been in the early 2000s, maybe around 2001, give or take. And when I saw it on cable, I'm like, it's okay, time waster. Watch it again, it's like, it's okay, time waster. Kind of one of those reactions, which is, it's a hard film to review because of that, because there's no passion of love or hate. It's one of those, I can see why people don't like it, and it's kind of hard to recommend the film, but it didn't make me mad, and yeah, it was nice seeing Rutger Hauer. He's sorely missed. But this is definitely a movie that has some interesting ideas and decent little set pieces, and I like Rutger in the movie, but there's quite a few problems too. Few good points. Number one, it's only an hour and a half. That's with the end credits. Jack Black has a small role in the film. Well, before I get into that, I guess I should talk about what the movie's about. Josh Charles here, who I believe he was in Clueless. He's a guy, just a regular guy. His two friends, one of them is Jack Black, invite him to this party. He he goes, tries to pick up a girl. That he fucks up with that. Sees this other girl, this one, doesn't talk to her. Later that night, she's in his house, and he looks up, and is like, "Oh my god, I must be dreaming. You're the girl from the party." Then all of a sudden, gunfire happens. People are shooting at him in his house. The girl's trying to get him to escape with her. He's wondering what the fuck's going on. And has to deal with this thing that was given to him by his father long ago. He wears it around his neck, and it's this little key. It's a key to an artifact, which is the scepter. And our villain, played by Stuart Wilson, he was the bad guy in Ninja Turtles 3. He was also the bad guy in No Escape with Ray Liotta, which he did a better job in that. And this, he does okay, Stuart Wilson. Nothing that will blow your mind or anything, but he's all right. He's decent. And the two of them meet up with Rutger Hauer, and Rutger Hauer's guy who sort of knows what's going on along with this girl. Josh Charles, he's supposed to be the everyman who doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but deals with his father, who died long ago and left him this thing. The bad guy wants this scepter and the key because if he unites the two, it will meld the dimensions into one. Which kind of sounds like the plot to the Super Mario Brothers movie, because it's kind of what Dennis Hopper wanted, was the theme with the meteorite and meld the dimensions into one. So I'm like, now that I think about it, did they try to steal the plot from the Super Mario Brothers movie with that aspect? But I mean, there's some decent set pieces. Like there's a sequence where the three characters are in an elevator, and because magic is being dealt with by the bad guys, the doors and walls of the elevator and the floor, they all fly off. So it's just this black void. And Rutger's trying to tell the two, it's all in your mind. They're trying to trick you. But then Josh Charles believes in it, and he falls and catches Rutger's foot. And then the girl falls, and she catches Rutger's foot. And he's trying to pull them both up. But he's also like, hey, you guys better get up here, because when the elevator gets to floor one, and you're not up here, you're going to be squished. So I thought that was kind of an interesting sequence. Uh, Earlier on, they're in the museum, and magic makes these knights in armor come alive and try to kill our characters. Two of the characters are thrown off the building. They get teleported and transported to another place. Rutger at one point opens a hole, and they go through, and they go from a museum to boom in an ocean. The ending where You have a fight scene that goes from point A to point B to point C. Like, they're in the desert, then they're on a bus, and then Josh Charles trying to fight the villain, and it goes from idea of being in the desert to being in a pool to being at this place where there's a bell to being in this very tight, small room to being thrown and then he's crashing through a window. Which even that is an interesting idea, but it's more of an ass beating because Josh Charles just gets his ass kicked the entire time, yet barely has any bruises or blood on his face. Go figure. Plus, if you want to see that done better, you could watch Waxworld 2 Lost in Time, where there's a cool sword fight amongst dimensions, like Dawn of the Dead World, Wannabe Godzilla World, among others. So, like, just watch Waxworld 2 Lost in Time. Just watch The Deaths of Ian Stone. There's a fight scene that happens in that aspect. Both, Waxworld 2 Deaths of Ian Stone, I would say, is better than this movie. So while I like some of those set pieces, well, those ideas, and I like Rutger Hauer, it's a short enough film, it didn't bother me too much. The problems, one, it definitely needed a bit bigger budget. Because it says Crossworlds, like you go in different dimensions, but you don't really get that. You get either the place where you're supposed to go through different dimensions, and it's just the desert, but everything looks a lot more red, or different places among Earth, but it's just here's a little bit of the ocean. Then they're in the stuff I mentioned before. If you had a bigger budget, then to be able to go to actual production value of these dimensions, like this dimension there's these crazy creatures, and here's this dimension it looks really cool and unique, and they don't have the budget for that. So I mean, this was released by fucking Trimark Home Video, the same that released the Leprechaun movies. So, and it's from a first-time director, Krishna Rao. I think the person was like a camera operator or something before this. He also was a co-writer on the script. Bigger budget could have helped a lot. Also, Josh Charles is not that good in the lead. He has no charisma. He's, granted, I've seen much, much worse, but it's just, for a guy who's supposed to be the everyman, you got Jack Black in the movie. You could have just cast him in the role that Josh Charles played. And he would have at least been more likable as the everyman in an extraordinary situation type of guy. You could have done that. You could have done, just throw random names, Thomas Jane, Carl Urban, Keanu Reeves, for fuck's sake, with a bigger budget. Hell, fucking Seth Green or Breckin Meyer or Devon Sawa even, who was in Idle Hands at this time. I mean, there's a lot of other actors you could have gotten that would have worked better than Josh Charles. There's a reason why Josh Charles, A, people don't know who the fuck he is, and B, he didn't get a lot of starring roles. I don't know what he's doing nowadays. Hope he's alive and well. I mean, no disrespect to him personally, but as an actor, he just didn't cut it. He didn't cut it as, this guy. He just kind of comes off as bland and kind of boring. He just did not work in this role. And the girl, she's all right, but I find it funny that at the beginning she's such a strong fighter, but then by the end she doesn't really do anything. It's the other two guys who have to do everything. So I thought that was kind of weird. And I don't know, you look at, just go watch Doctor Strange. Like in a way, not plot-wise, but in a way, Doctor Strange is the better way of doing this if you want to go with open up portals to go to other places and even places among just Earth and using magic. Or hell, I haven't seen the film, but it looks better than this. Dr. Mordred with Jeffrey Combs. It's I'm very indifferent might be the best way to describe it. My feelings on it. This is not a film I would defend. It's just if you're a hardcore Rutger Hauer fan, sure, give it a look. It was nice to see him in the film. And like I said, some of the little set pieces, like the elevator scene, were nice. But a bigger budget would have helped. A different lead other than Josh Charles would have helped a lot. And to be able to see more of these dimensions would have been nice. But at the same time, I've seen so much worse that it's hard to get mad, for me to get mad at this film. But it's like, it's there. It's a there movie. So maybe I'm being too lenient on it because it was nice to see Rutger in it. But I don't know what else to say. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.